everyone. Welcome to Medicine for the Soul. My name is Sarah. Today's Yin-Restorative practice is a gentle lower back and hip stretch. You will need a couple of blocks and a bolster or whatever you use to improvise at home. Let's get started. All right, welcome. We'll get started seated on our mat in a comfortable position for you. Let's close our eyes and just take a moment to transition into our practice today. Leaving behind whatever you just came from. Staying present in this moment. Let's roll your shoulders back and down. Lengthen your spine by imagining that there's a string pulling the crown of your head towards the ceiling. Abdominal muscles turned on. And maybe rock side to side for just a moment, finding your sits bones beneath you, getting grounded to your mat. Hands can be on your knees or at heart center. And let's take a couple of deep breaths in and out through your nose. Maybe setting an intention for your practice today. And on your next exhale, you can flutter your eyes open, and we'll begin by bringing our legs out to a wide V in front of you, toes pointing towards the ceiling. And if you would like, you can stay right here. You can stay upright. The longer we hold this position, maybe you will find that you do want to fold forward a little bit. If you would like to fold forward, let's inhale here, upright. Exhale, walk your hands out, still keeping that long spine. Again, this is a great pose to explore your limits as far as deepening the longer you're in it. Listen to your body. Stay present here and listen to what your body is telling you. Deep breath in and out through the nose. Slowly walk your hands back so you come back to an upright position. Shake your legs out a little bit. And bring the soles of your feet together. You can use a prop here if you feel you need something underneath your knees, or maybe you want to sit on a blanket. Get comfortable here. Your hands can come to your ankles, knees, or heart center. Nice long spine, abdominals engaged, protecting our lower back. Shoulders back and down. One more breath here. We're going to transition to our knees. If you would like, you can place a folded blanket down on your mat if you've got a thin mat. We're going to sit between our heels, so side view. Knees apart slightly in a hero pose. We won't be coming into a full hero, or I won't. You're welcome to. And settle in here. You are free to use whatever props you need to at this point, even though we're not in our restorative portion of the practice. You're always free to use props. Bring your hands to the tops of your thighs. Give your shoulders a nice roll back and down. Imagine that crown of the head moving towards the ceiling, lengthening your spine. Abdominals are engaged slightly. Remember to sit up nice and tall. Relax your jaw. Relax your shoulders. Just a few more breaths here. And when you're ready, widen your knees. Bring your feet close together, coming into child's pose. Push your seat back over your heels. Reach for the top of your mat. Bring your forehead to the mat. Crown of the head reaches for the top of your mat. Couple deep breaths in and out, getting settled. Imagine your tailbone reaching down towards the mat. Feel that nice lower back stretch. One more breath here. And walk your hands back to almost an upright position. We're going to come to all fours. So bring your knees back under your hips, shoulders over your wrists. Let's inhale here. Tuck the toes. Exhale, lift your knees off the mat and push your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Now in this down dog, we're going to inhale, bend the knees slightly. Exhale, extend. So move at your own pace here, lining up with your breath. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, extend. You might even feel the nice little stretch that gives you in your lower back. Let's do 3 more. After your last one, lift your right leg up and back. Inhale, exhale, bring your right knee towards your right wrist, right ankle towards your left wrist, shin aiming to be parallel to the top of your mat. You can stretch your left leg down the mat, toes pointed. We're going to stay lifted here. If you would like, you can place a prop under your right hip, fingers spread wide on the mat. Gaze is straight forward, crown of the head reaching towards the ceiling. Deep breaths. Shoulders down and away from your ears. This is a great lower back bend, restoring that natural curve to our lower back that we so often erase by sitting, driving, all that stuff, and a nice deep hip stretch at the same time. Be mindful of your shoulders that they don't try to sneak back up by your ears. One more breath here. You can inhale, tuck your toes, exhale, push up and back into 3-legged dog. Exhale, bring your foot back to the mat. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, coming into swan. Again, to place a prop under your hip. You go right ahead, staying lifted. One more breath here. Inhale, tuck the toes. Exhale, push back, three-legged dog, and place your foot back on the mat. One more breath here in down dog. Exhale, bring your knees to the mat. Come to a seated position. We're going to grab our props for the restorative portion of our practice. So we will need definitely a bolster or a pillow or cushion, and then option to grab one block or two. So first option here is to have your prop flat on your mat, legs outstretched, and come to lay down on your prop, arms out to the side. Second option is to place a block for a little bit of a lift, and then you can even go lower. Third option here is to place two blocks if you want a little bit of more of a lift. So if the first or second option really bothers your back, or you just don't feel comfortable, this is a great alternative. I'm going to use one block today. So let's come to lie back on our prop. Arms outstretched down by your side in a low V, palms facing up. Let's take a nice deep breath here to just transition into our restorative practice, where we are allowed to just be in a sort of meditative state and check out a little bit. Allow yourself to be fully supported by the ground beneath you, by your prop. Use your exhale to push yourself up, back up to an upright position. As we transition to our next pose, you can remove your block if you used one and come down onto your back again. Place the bolster between your knees all the way down to your feet. Bring your arms out to the sides in a low V, and without lifting your shoulders off your mat, let your knees fall to one side. You can readjust your prop once you get there and gaze towards the same side as your knees, again without lifting your shoulders up off the mat. And relax here into this twist, whatever little adjustments you need to make to make it comfortable, go right ahead. And one more breath here on this side. Using your exhale to bring your knees back to center and switch sides. breath here. Using your exhale to come back to center. And you can remove your prop. We will need it though as we come into our final resting pose. If you have a blanket, you can go ahead and grab that. If not, totally fine. You don't need one. As we come into Shavasana, we're going to put our bolster or pillow underneath our knees for support while we're resting. And come to lie back on your mat. Allow your body to soak up your practice today. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Arms down by your side, palms facing up. Or your hands can come to one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Just relax your shoulders, allow your chest to fall open. Relax your forehead and your jaw, your fingers. And scan your body and see if there's anywhere else you're holding tension. Maybe now you want to revisit the intention you set at the beginning of class today. And let's take one more breath together in through the nose, and we'll sigh out through our mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Shavasana. This is where I'll leave you today. Feel free to rest in your Shavasana as long as you need to. Thank you for practicing with me. Namaste. I'll see you next time.